Welcome to Taqwa Ministries podcast. And today we have a great show. I brought my daughter Chrystal with me today because I thought that this would be something that really need to be said. The people out there that's listening and looking need to know that when you have a child or you have someone that maybe that need to be in your life or whatever, she found me on Ancestry.com. She's been looking for me. She's 35. She'll be 35. 36 this year. She's 35. She'll be 36 this October.
Yeah.
So I brought her here because I wanted to get this out and let the people see this is how it's supposed to go when you find your siblings. Or the sibling find their father. Put it like that. So I'm gonna pass it to Cam King. We got Cam King here with us. You know, he's my facilitator. So we're gonna let him kind of chime in and ask us a series of questions, and we're gonna start from there. Cam King.
Once again, it is time. Appreciate you, Charles. Both of you guys looking very lovely today.
Thank you.
I'm glad both of you guys are here. Wonderful show that we got going today. Yeah, we got your daughter, Miss Chrystal. Welcome, Miss Chrystal.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. This is another episode of Taqwa Ministries, the podcast, with host Charles Mosley and co-host myself, Cameron King. And as I said, we have the lovely Miss Chrystal on today. I'm going to let you start us off today, Chrystal, by giving us a little background on yourself.
Okay.
I know that you're originally from Dallas, so this podcast is normally aired and seen by most people in Dallas. So just kind of give us a little background for those who are familiar with the Dallas Metroplex area, what it was like growing up
Okay.
here in the city.
Okay, no problem. Well, hi everyone. My name is Chrystal. I grew up mostly in Pleasant Grove area. My mom moved to Pleasant Grove maybe when I was a little kid, but then we transitioned to go to Oak Cliff and then came back to Pleasant Grove. So you can say I'm a Pleasant Grove baby. I went to all the Pleasant Grove schools. I went to Edward Teich. I went to Runyon. I went to Edna Rowe. I went to Hood Middle School. Went to Gaston Middle School. I also attended Skyline, and I graduated from a private school. After I graduated from a private school, I did go to a community college. Childhood for me was great. I had a sibling, my sister, which is by my mom, and it was just only me and her. So when she would go to her family house, I would tag along with her. So I had a very lovely childhood. I did have a father figure in my life. I never did go without having a male figure in my life. But that as I started growing up, I'm like, hey, wait. Where is my dad? Like, I want to know who my dad is. And the journey started.
So, Chrystal, I guess what I would like to know is how old were you when you finally realized that you wanted to know who your biological father was? How old were you when you realized that?
Oh, man. So from stories that I heard from older people in my family, I was 7, 8 years old. Like my
So
aunt.
what brought that on? How did you? Of course, you probably had the conversation with your mom about the father figure that was in your life, and how he wasn't your biological father. So how did that conversation come about?
Well, I never did ask my mom about my father figure. I never questioned his role.
Okay.
Where my question came in is when I was going to my sister's family house.
Okay.
And I would ask her why I can't go to my dad's house. So that's how that came along. Cause my mom, of course, will drop me off with my sibling and her dad and her siblings, and I'm like, these ain't where my, so that's where that came in place. Like, I really wanted to know, and all this time I thought it was one guy, but it wasn't.
And were you? I have to ask. Were you when you were going through those emotions and those thoughts of wanting to find your father? Did you ever think about how it would be had you found him? Like, what was it if he was this crummy guy that you really didn't like, and maybe that's the reason why y'all were separated, and this, that, and other? Did those thoughts go through your head?
Not necessarily, thinking that he would be a bad guy or nothing. I was just going off of what my mom was saying. I'm a kid. I don't know what happened.
And what was your mom telling you?
She was just like, why would you want to find someone that don't want you? Just basically.
So she was not really necessarily with it, huh?
No, she didn't want me to open up a closed door.
I think she didn't know. That's what I felt, that she really didn't know, because how Chris Jones is the one that she thought was her dad. Mm-hmm. That's the guy that when I met her mom, I had to fight on him, man, because he was jumping on her. Mm-hmm. So I came like Captain Saber woman. I ain't gonna say the other word, but because she ain't that. She's a good woman. Mm-hmm. But I was there, so that's who she thought her dad was. Yeah. So that's what her mom thought too, really. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But in her growing up, and she saw, like, when she go around Chris people, she didn't feel nothing. She felt it. It's just in her nature. It's just in her nature that, hey man, it don't feel right. Yeah. So that's what it was. Her mama didn't know, man. That's what I felt, and and that's the cop out, I say, to throw y'all gone over there, some type of like that.
Yeah. Well, my sister family was more welcoming. Like, she don't have to be by herself, because they knew, because it was only two of us. They knew if my mama dropped her off, I'm gonna be by myself. Right. So she's like, let her come with us. And it was in Mr. East Dallas, over there by the fish market, by the Fair Park. So we used to sit on the porch with Granny Jean and eat watermelon and sugar canes. I don't know if y'all still remember the sugar canes. She used to have a little knife and peeling the cane and give it to us and have us running down East Dallas, and it was a lot of kids. My sister have a lot of siblings. So.
Already. So let's move it along to the point where Chrystal, you're now an adult, I guess, and you're going to go ahead and start this trek and find out who your biological father is. So what was that moment like in preparation to do that?
Okay. So I received a phone call.
Okay.
I was at home doing my motherly, wifey duties, and I got a phone call. So I answered the phone, and on the other end, it was a guy. Okay. And this guy said, my name is, I forgot his name, but he said his name, and he said, I think you're my sister. And so I was like, why do you think that? And he was like, well, I've been on a search to find out my dad's kids, and your name came up. And I'm like, well, how did you get my number and stuff like that? So he was like, well, you know that we got a sister named such and such, and she stayed in da-da-da. I was like, yeah, I know. And they was like, okay, well, she gave me your number. We all met. It was a lot of us. It was, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total, including me. And I got invited to of course, to go see the grandparents. And I did cry. I was emotional because that was my first time actually remembering seeing their faces. And they was going into like, yeah, I remember you. Your mama, you was 2 years old. Last time I seen you, you was just a baby. You was only like 2 years old. Wow. So when we ended up leaving, all the siblings went out to eat. We sat at the table, and I feel like at that moment, like even being around the grandparents, that I had no connection, none. So at this point, the boy that reached out to me came over to my house. He met my kids. We sat down. We ate. We had a good time. A couple of days later, he called me. I just want you to know, you ain't none of my sister. We ain't got no connection. I ain't feel nothing. You don't look like us. You don't do. So I was like, how would you know?
Right.
Well, how we gonna squash this is let's me and you go down there and take a DNA test. I said, well, how do you know that he your daddy?
Right.
Oh, so now you trying to flip it on me. Like, I don't know who my daddy is. Just because you don't know who your daddy, you know, and that's how it went. So I was like, I'm not even going to go back and forth around. I'm going to swab myself. I'm going to do what I have to do, and I'm going to send it off myself. Because who's to say that you're his child?
Right.
So I'm going to just go do it on my own. Right. So it took a good month for me to go take everything. I did order the test off of Amazon. It was $99, y'all. If y'all have any doubts, that test worked. So let me get into how it actually went. So I got the test off of Amazon. I took the test. I sent it off. I created an account, an online account, and it gave you steps. Like it said, hey, I received it. We're processing it, and here's your DNA. So once the DNA came back, I had several first cousins on that site. One of the people was my Uncle Travis' daughter, which is his brother. Her name is Jasmine Smith. I reached out to her, and my message was, hey, it say that you're my first cousin, but I know all my first cousins on my mom's side, so this has to be on my dad's side. Who is your dad? That's how I started off. So she was like, my dad's name is Travis. And I was like, okay. Do your dad have siblings? And she said, yeah, my dad has siblings. It's my dad. He got a brother. He got two brothers, one named Chris and one named Charles. Now, since my name was Chrystal, and I've always was told my dad's name was Chris, I assumed that it was actually the Chris I was looking for, but it wasn't. So ongoing, I ended up getting my Papa Charles number. And when I got his number, I called him and I was like, hey, my name is, and I introduced myself. I told him how I felt. I say, my name is Chrystal. I think you're my grandfather. I just don't know, how to contact Chris, because that's who I thought it was. So he ended up giving me everybody's number. He was like, oh yeah, baby, let me give you Travis' number. He gave me everybody's number. He was like, okay, I got Baby Charles, that's what he called my dad. He was like, Baby Charles, I got Travis, and I got Chris, I got all of them. I'm giving to you. So he gave it to me, and I called. I X'd out Travis because I already know, okay, Travis is my uncle. I called Chris. He didn't answer. I called Charles. He answered. So once I called, I said, this is my Uncle Charles. I thought he was my uncle because I thought Chris was my dad. So I got on the phone with him and we had a good conversation. We started talking. He started telling me about his nieces. I think
Charles.
Yeah. I thought he was my uncle.
Right.
Uncle Charles. So when I called him, I said, I think you my uncle, right? I said, I think you my uncle. I took a DNA test and I think Chris is my dad. And he was like, how old are you? And I started telling him how old I was. He was like, oh man, that's crazy because he got a daughter named Chrissy.
Yep.
And y'all are around the same age. So when he gave me her name, I skip traced her and I called her. So when I called her, I was like, hey Chrissy, my name is Chrystal. I took a DNA test. I think you're my sister. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, how old are you? And I told her my age and she was like, oh no, we the same age. And then she said, that dirty dog was cheating on my mom. So she was like, I'm about to call my mama. She called her mom and her mom said, no ma'am. If her mama name is XYZ, Chris is not her daddy. Charles is.
Yeah.
So she called me back and she was like, hey, no, listen. My mama and your mama are cousins. I was like, what? Yeah, they cousins. I was like, oh, okay. And Chris ain't your daddy. I said, what? She was like, Chris is my daddy. I was like, oh, okay. So who's my daddy? She said, Charles your daddy. I said, girl, he is cool. I thought he was my uncle. And I called him back.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hey, what you doing? He was like, nothing. I'm with my wife. I forgot verbatim what he said, but I do know he said that he was with his wife and he was about to go do a family thing with her. And I said, well, do you have a moment to hear me real quick? And he was like, yeah, what's up, niece?
That's what I said. Yep.
He said, what's up, niece?
No, and she said, nah.
And I said, nah.
I'm not your niece.
I'm not your niece.
Sure did.
I'm your daughter.
And I said, what?
He said, what?
Really?
Who your mama?
That's what I said. Yeah.
And then it went from there. So you was like, what? Who your mama? So I'm like, I told him my mama. He was like, you gotta send me a picture of him. So I sent him a picture.
And she did. I just started smiling, man. I was like, oh.
And he was like,
So
man.
Charles, I have to ask you, how was that moment for you?
It really was awesome because I always wanted a daughter.
Did you ever suspect that maybe she was out there, even though
Now
you
I'm gonna
didn't
tell
know?
you something. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I told you when I was locked up, the time because I was locked up. That's why we kind of separated because I got locked up. So when I was locked up, I always was sleeping. I was sleeping a lot. Of dudes said, man, he got somebody pregnant. So that's when I looked back at it. I was like, man, ain't got nobody pregnant because I didn't know because ain't nobody told me they were pregnant.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I would look back at. So I know that I had her. When they told me that
You was pregnant.
that she was pregnant, that I got somebody pregnant. No, when I was sleeping like that, I reflect back to that.
Yeah.
And say, man, you was so all right around that time.
Yeah.
I was locked up, and and so that when she told me that, it was welcoming because I always wanted a daughter, and when she told me that, man, we said, hey, she said, let's go do a DNA for nobody don't have no doubt. I said, well, come on with it. We did it right down the street, right over.
And it was like a day apart, right?
Yeah.
Like I
Real
called
quick.
him. It was real quick. Like I called him, and the next day
we went
to
took
go
out
take a
the
DNA test.
real quick. We wasn't like, man, no, because I understand my mama didn't raise me like that. If you got a child out there, you got a child you didn't know about. It's not my fault. It's not the parent. It's not her mama's fault. It just the timing wasn't right and things didn't work out like it should or whatever. But we took the DNA and it was 99.99, man.
Yeah, but the weight of the DNA.
Yeah,
it was
like. But I knew it was gonna be positive.
Yeah, it was the weight for me because I would pace back and forth, checking my email.
You called me. Did you hear something? I said, no, baby, I ain't heard nothing yet. But I said, but it's gonna be to our favor. I always used to tell her that. It's gonna be to our favor, baby. You my daughter. That's what I told her.
Mm-hmm.
So Chrystal, now that you guys have reunited, what would be the one most thing that you love about being in your father's life now and your father being in your life now?
Okay.
What is that one most thing that you absolutely just love now?
Avoid being filled. Avoid. We cool.
Oh, my baby, man.
We cool.
Like it's good. Yeah.
He is so cool. And I was reflecting back when I was little, dang, he's so supportive. Football games for my kids, he been to, and I'm like, dang, I used to be a cheerleader, and I know that if he would have been there, he would have been there.
He would have been
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I graduated. I'm like, dang, he's so supportive. Because even when I have little gatherings and stuff on my own, he come. I'm like, man, he is supportive. I miss that, And sometimes I do get emotional and stuff. And I talk to my husband about it. And I actually talked to my husband, and he ended up doing the ancestry too to find his dad.
So I was gonna ask, how does your husband feel about all of this?
My
Was he
husband-
like just as excited as you were when you found Charles? And he must have if it inspired him to
Yes.
do the same thing. Huh?
Yes, I also inspired my mom's mom to do it. So my mom, rest in peace,
Rest in
MJ. Before she passed away, she did one too. So it's like I encourage people, do the test, get it out there. Like, you never know who your family is. So when I did the test, I seen a whole bunch of my family members on there. One of my first cousins is on there from my mom's side. It's amazing, and just by me finding him, everything has been good. I don't have no complaints. I wish I would have did it sooner.
I wish you had done too.
Yeah,
But
but listen,
That's okay.
he was here for my babies. After me meeting him, I ended up having another baby.
And I was there when she came out.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
there for me.
Yeah, I held him in my hand. When he was a miracle baby. His biblical cord was like tied in a knot, which that's the sign of no oxygen getting to him. But he survived it. And he's a strong baby. And it's a trip, man. Every one of my grandbabies. We done went to Austin.
Yeah.
We went on a field trip with them.
Yeah.
We went there.
Yeah, we've been doing
We've been doing a lot of things, you know.
Birthday parties.
Yeah, I tried my best to be there.
You came over there to eat some when I could.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the holidays.
Yeah, for holidays, he's been there. So I thank God that I was able to do it at the time that I did it, because he's amazing.
So, Chrystal, what's the one thing that you would want everybody who's watching this to be inspired by? Maybe those who are thinking about doing the same thing that you did and that your people are doing. What's the one message that you would have for them?
Invest in the test. It's nothing but
That's
99.
good. That's good. I like that. That rhymes.
Oh, y'all need to be around. Yeah, so invest in the test. If you have any doubts, if you feel like, you're missing something and you feel like it's not there, I encourage everybody to move forward, and don't allow anybody to tell you don't do it.
Right.
Because it's not gonna do anything but hinder the progress. It hinders.
And keep that void there.
Yeah, and keep the void. Yeah, I agree.
It'd be a void still there, if they don't do it.
Yeah, but I can say that by me finding him has been amazing. I don't regret it at all.
I don't. I welcome it.
And then now they like, oh my goodness, you got his nose, and people like, you don't look like him. But then when we look down like this, you can see that I got his nose.
But he got my ear too.
Oh, don't show them. I'm gonna put that behind
It was amazing. But what I liked about, let me add my little 2 cents in this. What was so amazing about the whole thing, it wasn't her. It was them babies. It was them babies that really touched me more. I love her, but the babies. When I saw them and my grandbabies. When I saw them, it was just so. It was like they accept me like I've been in their life. So I'm talking about. They just like she had a talk with them, and I don't know exactly what she told them, but whatever she told them, it really resonated in their brains, and they really, really adapt to it like quickly. Like I'm talking about, like I've been there all the time.
Well, perhaps it was just like for Chrystal, maybe it was a moment of completeness and wholeness, being able to connect with you as well. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, it was real amazing. And we just did a last event. We took them to AJ.
AJ Green football camp.
Yeah, football camp. Because I try, and she do too. We like to kind of start doing stuff like that, because we always talk about doing stuff together and all that. So we are doing amazing things together, and maybe next year we're gonna take them on a trip. We're gonna get an RV or something. We're gonna do something like that, so we all can go and have some time together. It's all of us, like her husband, all the kids, my brother, her brother, and all of them come with us. No parents, just us. You know, the husband, and because they is one, but I won't want to take my wife with me, or you know, her mother, or nothing like that. Or maybe we could do something with all of them. It don't matter. It don't matter to me. It's up to her how she feel about it, because she know I'm open to whatever. If it's all of them, we can bring all of them if you want. Just do a family affair.
My dad, I have him wrapped around this finger.
As you should.
Yeah, that's my baby. That's my baby girl. She go.
Yeah, so it's like if I say something, he's like, yeah. I can say that I'm gonna go there. Oh yeah, what time we gonna go there to speed that highway? I'm going with you.
We gotta have that bond. You know, that bond gotta get. It's just getting tighter and tighter. That bond is getting tighter and tighter, and that's what I say, man. It's been amazing to me. It's like to have her in my life, man. It's been a life change. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. She doing everything that I'm doing. I'm talking about she just got through doing the backpacks. You know, we just did the backpacks. Me and you did it through, because this year I was on vacation, and I told the community that I kind of partnered up with that I'll be the one that the people didn't receive the backpacks, that when I come back, I'll get them. So they took the name and the grade level of each kid that didn't receive now, and then me and Cam just went and did that last week.
And you just perfect segue to where I'm going next, because you just zerked my brain. Because while we were on the conversation of future endeavors and it being in the genes, it being apparently in the DNA, you have obviously this charitable spirit about you that's also in your father, where y'all give back to the communities.
Yes.
So I would like to ask both of you guys, in the future, are you guys going to team up and do something together?
Yes, I think next year we're gonna do the cause we could do it bigger and we go together. So I want to start doing the back to school drive with her.
Yeah.
Next year, it'd be both of our fourth. Well, it'd be your.
Yeah, it would be my fourth.
It'd be our fourth too, on my own, because I started out at Deer Pan Park over there by Homes.
Oh, okay.
You know, but I've been on. I branched off from there because they was up there doing all kinds of stuff. I'm not gonna put them out there like that. You know, say anything bad about it. But I just moved on and started doing it on my own. So next year, if it's God's will, we're gonna do our back to school stuff together.
Yeah, I also feed the homeless in November. I didn't do it last November because of course I had a baby. So I usually go downtown and I usually have sandwiches, chips, drinks, fruit, and we give them like a little card that has like some inspirational Bible verses in it, and we'll pass it out. Also, I used to do a coat drive. I have a tax office, just like him.
Yeah, got a tax office.
That's crazy.
Yeah, tax office, man. I've been doing it a little longer, but she's real knowledgeable. She got the skills. Now I know how to do a lot of things. I know a lot of stuff, but she in it like she's really like she wraps a ring around me. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I'm just telling her, you do, because you know the I know some stuff that she don't know, but then she knows much more than I don't. It's a trip, but she know a lot, man. And I'm proud of her, for the things she do. And like I say, next year we will collab with our two nonprofits. We'll be from that day on. We're gonna do it every year together if it's God's will.
All right. So we're at the back end of the show, guys. But I did want Chrystal, because on top of, as well as you having the tax service, you do some other things as well. Yes. Content creator out here, so to speak. So just real quick, let us know about those things, or whatever you have going on before we get out here, so we can kind of keep up with you.
Okay. Well, first, I am about to graduate this weekend with my doctoral degree.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
See what I told y'all? See?
So I'm about to do that, but in the midst, I do own a tax office. Finesse and Press. We do business cards, banners, and anything custom prints. My husband and I also do. We have a vending machine. We have boutiques. We have a lot
Shirt
of things
print.
on. Yeah,
I print
shirts.
shirts.
Yeah.
I gave her a crooked.
Yeah.
I bought a brand new crooked, man, and it was just for her. It was
Yeah,
a
'cause
trip.
I think you had said that you had
Brand
it.
new, brand
Yeah,
new,
he had
still
it
in
for
the
like
back.
a year and a half,
Yeah.
and then he found me and he was like, "Wait, you do this? I got this for you."
Yeah, you
Like,
can have it because I wasn't using it. It's just, man, you can use. And he said, Daddy, that's good because now I can do faster, double. I can do it faster. But,
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, I have a lot going on, and I'm just gonna continue to trust in the Lord
That's
and,
right.
and continue to walk because I do ask every morning. He guides my footsteps, and that's
Yes.
exactly what happens. And if you don't believe in the Lord, listen,
get him, baby.
get him
That's right.
in your circle.
That's
Because
right.
everything that you do around you will not be complete if you don't have the censor to guide you where you need to go.
That's correct.
That's who got me through everything. Sleepless nights, stressing, everything. Only thing I had to do was call on the Lord.
Yes. And that's how I got mine. And I'm gonna close out with this. That's where I came. I'm glad that God got me and took me where I'm at. And when she did see me and meet me, that I'll be a whole man. I'm glad. I thank God for. I credit that to God because no one can do that but God. So I'm gonna end with like and subscribe, and we'll have more contents coming your way. Thank you, and peace.
Peace.